Chosen one. This message is not an accident. It found you at the exact moment you were meant to receive it. You didn't stumble upon this video. For the next 30 seconds, block out the noise of this world. Forget who left you, who doubted you, who tried to bury your name. Because August 4th is not just another day, it is the turning point, the shift, the moment everything starts moving in your favor, and if you're not ready, you'll miss it. The enemy knows what's coming for you. That's why the attacks have gotten stronger, the nights have gotten darker, and the delays have felt endless. But this pain you've been feeling, it was never punishment, it was preparation. God was removing distractions, separating you from the average, and protecting the weight of what He's about to place in your hands. August 4th marks the moment your life begins to break rules. The chains that held you back, shattered, the lies spoken over your destiny, silenced. This is when heaven opens over your name, not next year, not someday, now. Everything changes when you stop chasing people and start chasing purpose. And on this day, this divine day, your purpose will begin chasing you. Opportunities will knock without warning. Doors that stayed closed will open like they were waiting just for you. Miracles that defy logic will follow your every step. But you must stay in position, stay in obedience, stay in the fire if you must, but do not walk away now. You're on the edge of something holy, something eternal, something that will shift generations through your obedience. They'll say it happened overnight. They'll ask how you made it. But they won't understand the secret battles, the lonely prayers, the quiet nights where you almost gave up. Chosen one. August 4th is not just a date, it's a divine instruction. Obey it, walk into it, own it. The atmosphere around you is changing, even if you can't see it yet. Heaven has already declared your shift. Angels have already been assigned to walk beside you, and the spiritual realm is aligning things faster than your mind can comprehend. You may feel unqualified. You may feel too broken, too late, too far behind. But God doesn't choose the perfect. He chooses the prepared. And all those moments you cried in silence, they built your spiritual authority for this moment. You weren't meant to fit in. That's why nothing ever felt comfortable in the old season. God didn't allow you to blend in with the crowd because you were set apart to lead a movement that begins with your yes, your surrender, your faith. August 4th is your open door moment. The kind of shift that generations before you prayed for but never lived to see. And now you're the fulfillment of their prayers, their sacrifices, their tears. It's all on you now, but not to carry in your strength, to carry in His. This isn't about money. This isn't about status. This is about mission. You've been sent. And the signs, the synchronicities, the strange divine moments, they weren't coincidences, they were confirmations. You're not late, you're right on time. But understand this, when your favor increases, so will the warfare. People will start questioning your rise. Friends will become silent. Critics will multiply. But do not shrink. Do not doubt what God has already spoken just because others weren't in the room when He said it. Chosen one. The shaking you feel is not destruction, it's birthing. You're being delivered into the version of you that was always hidden inside the pain, the real you, the chosen you, and the world is about to meet them. You've always known there was something different about you. Even as a child, you felt the pull, like something bigger was calling your name, like you were never meant for the path everyone else walked, and you were right. That calling was real. That fire was planted in your soul by heaven itself. And now it's time, not to play small, not to blend in, but to rise. August 4th is when the unseen becomes seen. When the invisible seeds you planted in faith begin to break the surface. When the years of obedience finally begin to speak for you in rooms your name hasn't even entered yet. Don't let your current situation fool you. The enemy wants you to believe that nothing's changing, but in the spirit it already has. That's why you're being hit so hard right now, because breakthrough is near. It's not theory, it's reality, and your steps are being guided straight into it. This moment won't feel like a celebration at first. It'll feel like a test, a storm, a divine tension pressing against your comfort zone, but don't resist it. God's hand is in the storm, and just like Joseph, you're about to go from pit to palace. People forgot you, left you, mocked your faith, but none of it matters now, because favor is louder than opinions, and this next season will be a public display of God's private investment in you. Stay focused, stay planted. Don't rush the bloom, honor the root. Because what's growing inside you is not ordinary, it's holy, and it's heavy. You've survived things that should have taken you out, things others didn't come back from. That wasn't luck. That was evidence. Evidence that you're marked, covered, carried by a force this world can't understand. August 4th is heaven's announcement. Your suffering was not wasted. Your delay was not denial. It was divine calibration. God was not ignoring you. He was aligning you. Aligning your mind, your relationships, your location, your purpose, so that when this shift hits, you don't fumble it. This is your release date, the expiration of the wilderness, the end of wandering, the final hour before the flood of favor pours out so heavy it silences every critic, every doubt, and every lie you started to believe about yourself. But don't forget, this isn't about proving anyone wrong. It's about proving God right. When He chose you, He saw everything, the trauma, the betrayal, the mistakes, and still He said, that's the one I want to use. So don't play humble now by shrinking. Don't insult God's decision by hiding. If He trusted you with the assignment, you better believe you're built to carry it. You're not just stepping into a new season. You're stepping into a new name, a new level of authority, a new way of walking. People will notice it before you do. They'll say you've changed, and they'll be right, because the old you was just the cocoon. Now it's time to spread wings. Chosen one. What's coming isn't just restoration, it's multiplication. You won't just get back what you lost. You'll gain what you never thought you deserved. You're not walking into this alone. You're being backed by the same power that raised the dead, split seas, and shut the mouths of lions. That power is with you now, guiding your steps, strengthening your resolve, and making the impossible bow in your presence. August 4th isn't about hype. It's about heaven's appointment. And if you miss it, if you treat it like just another day, you'll delay a destiny that's been ripening in secret for years. This is the hour to wake up, to fast, to pray, to listen. God is speaking in whispers right now. Quiet instructions, silent redirections, sudden shifts in who you're connected to, what you're drawn to, what no longer feels right. That's not confusion. That's clarity disguised in discomfort. Some doors will slam shut. Some people will distance themselves. Don't chase what God is cutting off. The pruning is protection. The separation is sacred. If they were meant to walk with you into this shift, they'd still be here. Your spirit is evolving. Your discernment is sharpening. And your soul is getting louder than your fear. You won't need to force it. What's for you will find you with precision, but you must stay aligned. Don't get distracted. Don't return to what once felt comfortable but now feels off. That unease you feel, it's your confirmation. You're becoming dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. That's why the warfare is loud, but your victory will be louder. Stay in posture, stay in prayer. Because what's about to enter your life on August 4th will confirm why the wait was so long. There's a reason the enemy tried to wear you down right before this moment. The sudden fatigue, the unexpected chaos, the doubts whispering louder than usual. Because the enemy knows this shift is irreversible. Once God launches you from this point forward, nothing can return to how it was. The delay was never denial, it was divine strategy. Every no you heard was really God saying, "Not yet, I'm preparing something better." And now, chosen one, that better is about to be revealed in waves. August 4th is the gate, the crossing point, the final breath before impact. And your obedience right now is more important than your emotions. Feelings will lie to you. Fear will paralyze you. But faith, it will carry you straight into what eyes have not seen. You've been hidden, not forgotten. You've been tested, not abandoned. And now you're being released, not into comfort but into calling. This next level will require a new discipline. You won't have the luxury of casual anymore. You can't play with purpose. You can't flirt with your future. Every move from now must be intentional. Every word, every connection, every decision. God is trusting you with weight. The kind of spiritual weight that breaks generational curses, that heals family bloodlines, that shifts atmospheres when you walk in a room. You've been chosen for more than success. You've been chosen for impact. This isn't about platform, it's about positioning. And August 4th will mark the moment the mantle officially falls on your life. Don't be surprised if people start to misunderstand you after this shift. God didn't call them, He called you. And with calling comes isolation. Not because you're better, but because your assignment is different. You weren't created to fit inside systems. You were created to break them. To tear down the altars of comfort and routine and build something divine in their place. That kind of mission isn't handed to everyone. It's handed to the remnant. The ones who didn't die in the drought. The ones who kept worshiping, even when they had nothing left to offer but tears. Chosen one. This next season will reveal why you had to walk alone. Why you had to say no when others said yes. Why your process looked nothing like theirs. Because your promise is unlike anything they'll ever touch. August 4th is spiritual activation. It's when what you carry starts making noise in the spirit realm. Hell will recognize you before people do. Because light exposes darkness, and when you rise, strongholds tremble. But you must stay clean. Not perfect, but pure. Keep your motives surrendered. Don't chase applause, chase alignment. This isn't the time to doubt. It's the time to declare. To speak things into being before they happen. To walk like it's done, because in the spirit it already is. Heaven has cleared the path. Now it's your turn to move. Everything God is about to release into your life is attached to obedience. Not performance. Not perfection. Obedience. Even when it hurts, even when it costs, even when it doesn't make sense. You don't need everyone to understand your yes. You just need to give it. Because on the other side of that yes is breakthrough, not just for you, but for everyone assigned to your voice, your story, your mantle. August 4th is about activation, but it's also about accountability. God is watching what you do with what He gave you. Your gifts, your time, your influence. You don't get to play innocent anymore. You know too much now. You've seen too much. And to whom much is given, much is required. This is the part where you rise even if no one claps. Where you pray even when you're tired. Where you show up even when you feel unseen. Because consistency in silence is what qualifies you for visibility in the spirit. And the reward isn't just in the spotlight. It's in the shift. The atmosphere around your life is changing. Your voice will carry a new weight. Your presence will carry a new authority. Not because you demanded it, but because you endured. And the ones who endure, they don't need to chase doors. Doors chase them. The ones who endure walk with a presence this world can't manufacture. It's not charisma, it's not confidence. It's anointing. And that anointing comes at a price: pain, process, pressure. But once it's yours, no man can take it. You're about to be recognized in places where you were once rejected. Celebrated where you were overlooked. Because what's on your life now isn't just visible, it's undeniable. But hear this clearly. August 4th is not about you becoming famous. It's about God becoming famous through you. Through your story, through your scars, through the way you rose when no one expected you to. That's why He didn't let you die in the struggle. That's why the enemy couldn't finish you. Because your story is a weapon. And in God's hands, your testimony will become someone else's rescue. So don't be afraid of your past. Don't hide the mess, the mistakes, the moments you thought it was over. God's about to use every broken piece as proof that He was with you all along. And when people ask how it happened, you won't say, "I worked hard." You'll say, "God moved." Because what's coming, you couldn't make happen even if you tried. This isn't manifestation. This is divine orchestration. And August 4th is the day the orchestra begins to play. You'll start to notice the shift not in applause, but in atmosphere. Rooms will feel different. Conversations won't sit the same. The things that once entertained you will suddenly feel empty. Because elevation comes with separation. God is weaning your soul off the old wine. Not because the old was evil, but because it's expired. And if you keep trying to drink from old wells, you'll miss the new river He's pouring. August 4th is when the veil lifts. And suddenly, the things you couldn't understand before will start to make sense. The betrayals, the closed doors, the seasons where everything went silent. They were all preparation for this moment. You're about to step into prophetic clarity. Dreams will intensify. Discernment will sharpen. And your spirit will begin to detect what your eyes cannot yet see. This is when you stop asking, "Why me?" and you start declaring, "It had to be me." Because no one else was built to carry what you carry. No one else could survive the fire you walked through. You were forged in pain, but you're rising in power. The oil on your life was expensive. Don't waste it proving yourself to people who never had the capacity to understand you. Let your obedience speak. Let your fruit speak. Because what God is about to release can't be explained, only witnessed. This time, you won't need validation to move. You'll walk with quiet authority. Not loud, not boastful, but undeniable. Because when heaven endorses you, the earth must respond. You'll begin to see divine acceleration. Things that used to take years will happen in weeks. Connections will form effortlessly. Resources will locate you. People will be assigned to bless you without even knowing why. That's not luck, that's favor. But hear this, favor isn't random. It follows alignment. You can't ask God for His hand while ignoring His voice. You must move when He says move. Even when it's inconvenient. Even when you're scared. Some of the doors He's about to open won't make sense. You'll feel underqualified. But that's exactly why He chose you. So you would rely on Him, not your resume, not your reputation. Chosen one. August 4th is when the spotlight shifts. Not toward the loudest, but toward the faithful. The ones who didn't quit. The ones who sowed in silence. The ones who worshiped while bleeding. God is making an example out of you. Not of how to fall, but how to rise. And not just rise, but reign. You're not rising to compete. You're rising to conquer. Because this battle was never about popularity, it was about purpose. And your purpose is awakening now, like fire in your bones. You feel it. The pull. The shift. The deep knowing that nothing will ever be the same after this moment. The enemy wanted you to believe you were forgotten. That the silence meant rejection. But the silence was sacred. God was building in the dark what He's about to reveal in the light. And when He reveals it, it won't come in pieces. It'll come in power. Sudden. Undeniable. Supernatural. You'll begin to see people drawn to your voice. Not because you're trying to be heard, but because there's authority in your words now. When you speak, things shift. When you pray, atmospheres respond. Because you carry the evidence of someone who's been in the fire and came out anointed. August 4th is heaven's confirmation that you're not behind, you're not late, you're chosen, and your timeline has never been defined by man. It's been governed by the throne. If this message ignited something deep in your spirit, don't scroll past it. Subscribe now to Chosen Core and stay connected to the fire God has started in you. This shift is only the beginning, and you were never meant to walk it alone. Join the movement, step into purpose, answer the call. This is your time.